Of course, the distraction in that piece, obviously, Kellyanne Conway out of the loop once again, and once again giving misinformation as she had the night before. I think it may have been a little tough on her yesterday. I don't know that she was, quote, lying. I think she's just unaware, because reports again last night that she's not in any of the principals' meetings, so she just goes out and makes things up. But there's so many questions to address here. We've got the legal questions, the investigations that certainly will come, even if the Republicans are dragging their feet. But let's just talk about the health of this presidency. And you start with the president's relationship with the vice president. Donald Trump knew that his national security advisor lied to Mike Pence, and they continued to allow Mike Pence to be kept in the dark that he was lied about. Had the acting attorney general come over and explain to everybody in the White House but Mike Pence that Mike Pence had been lied to, and then only told the Vice President of the United States what he needed to know when it was coming out in the Washington Post. Where does Mike Pence, where does the sitting Vice President go from here?
Well, I have no idea where the sitting Vice President goes from here, except I can't imagine this early in this administration, this kind of a fundamental breach of trust at the highest level of the White House between the President and the Vice President on this matter. If the Vice President has the clear, rational sense of what's going on around him, that this wouldn't be maybe not irreparable, but very close to irreparable, and we're 26 days into the presidency. You've also got the question of the account that Sean Spicer gave yesterday. He just continues to beg the question of how it can be that not only was the Vice President not told, but how was it that Michael Flynn was allowed to remain in his job for weeks after it was clear that he was lying to the Vice President, lying to people in the administration, lying to the American people, and begging the question of whether, if this had not come out in the media, whether Mike Flynn would still be in his job today. And all of that just is all aside from the question of this explosive front-page story in the New York Times today about the possibility, about the connections between the Trump administration, discussions with, or the Trump campaign and discussions with...
We have a reporter on that story standing by.
With Russian intelligence throughout the campaign while Russia was trying to destabilize our election. This is a moment where a profound crisis, where the wheels in this administration 3.5 weeks in are very close to coming off the wagon.
Yeah, I had more than a few people tell me yesterday in making calls that that this includes much more than just the Christmas call between Flynn and the Russian ambassador, that it extends well into last summer. Yep. But the point raised here by what we were just talking about is the relationship between the Vice President of the United States and the Trump administration. Right. It's now been separated. It's now been bifurcated because of his lack of knowledge for nearly 2 weeks. The White House counsel knows, the President knows, other people around the President knows, and the Vice President doesn't know, and he's sitting out there. That's an issue of competence.